Over the years, I have been watching more anime than I can count. Enough anime to have the whole entirety of the anime community wearing anime merch and doing the Naruto run. And I can't ignore the other side effect of too much anime, which is a lack of a social life. But it's worth it. Although there is one thing I just can't believe about anime, and that is how popular anime has become. The amount of anime that is being pushed out and produced is more than ever. The quality of the animation is higher than ever. Well, you get the idea. So I wanted to do some research on how it is that we got from a time when watching anime made you the nerdy weird kid in school to now, the a little less weird kid at school. First off, why was anime ever weird to begin with? I never understood that growing up. I thought anime was the best thing ever. I would watch Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Neon Genesis, Madalax, old anime for those that probably never heard of it, and many more. But I never found myself talking about anime with anyone at school, so eventually for me, I went outside one day, touched some grass, and stopped watching anime altogether, and never looked back for a few years. Not because I didn't like anime anymore, but just life got the best of me. Then we fast forward a few years and skip over a bunch of events, and I one day find myself sitting on my bed, turning my PS4 on and hearing that familiar beep, and I saw that anime had evolved. I sat there looking at all the anime that had came out, hit series after hit series. I'm scrolling through my anime list and Crunchyroll. I had always heard of Crunchyroll throughout the years, but I never thought it was a anime streaming service. I just watched anime the good old fashioned way like any other anime fan did at the time. So there I am, amazed at all the dope shows. It was like being a kid again. Now bear in mind, I've seen over 100, maybe like 200 anime over my lifetime, with 75% of that being in the last few years. I got really invested to the point where here I am talking on YouTube about anime. Which brings me to a topic I want to touch on, how in the early 2000s the internet isn't what it is today. YouTube wasn't as big as it is today, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were the biggest anime card game during the early 2000s, and still kind of is to this day in the United States. But anime was so new, no one really knew it was anime. At least I never gave it much thought. I didn't even know if the anime titties to show ratios was as big as it is today, because I can't help but feel like none of the anime I watched back then was as ecchi as they are today. Could have been Uncle Sam here in the United States censoring the hard work of the Japanese manga artist, or I'm just older and notice it a lot more now. Nonetheless, it's part of the evolution of anime that needs to be touched on just a little bit. So we get back to the lack of internet and community growing up that I'm sure slowed anime's grasp on my generation. But then here we are in the present. The internet has grown to a giant jungle housing websites like YouTube, Reddit, every social media known to man. We all have supercomputers that we carry in our pockets. Countless places where any community can thrive and exist is now in the palm of our hands, especially the elusive weeb hands. Now, real quick, some of you may be asking, what is a weeb? Am I a weeb? Let's do a quick checklist. Do you have an anime figure of the most recent hypest anime? Check. Do you maybe have a manga of the other hypest anime that everyone is talking about? Check. Do you tend to get on anime forums like Reddit and Discord to let everyone know that your anime taste is superior and that your waifu is the best waifu because her personality is bigger? Check. Now if you answered yes to one or more of these questions, you may just be a weeb. Now weebs have evolved along with anime. Anime, like I mentioned before, was very low key and not too in your face like it is today. Or maybe it has not changed much and we're just seeing it for what it is, with the internet being so readily available to us. But people on the internet get so into their animes, like how I recently heard the Fullmetal Alchemist fandom has banded together to keep Fullmetal Alchemist as the #1 on my anime list no matter what. They sound like they will go to war in the name of fucking Edward and Alfonso. You see cosplaying becoming a huge thing also. Cons are bigger, funner, and sweatier than ever. The horniness of the communities has gone up 9,000%. I for one love the memes and all the randomness it's become, to be quite honest. Another fandom I want to talk about is the Chainsaw Man one. There was a panel where the crowd started barking when Makima is mentioned. So now I think there's a fandom that just likes to bark and wishes they had a Makima in real life.
Who here is a Makima fan?
Walk, 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 walk.
It's just an amazingly funny sight to see, because back in my day, if I did something like that, I'd probably be put into therapy. But in today's day and age, no one seems to give a fuck and people just like to be weird. This is what the internet does to a new generation of anime fans, since now they cannot collectively come together and, well, be a little weird and have fun. Or be a lot of weird, but have fun. Anime is no longer small. It has grown. I am happy that it has grown. From the small niche it used to be to where anime alone is worth about 24 billion a year here in the United States. Merch is huge. Anime movies have gained huge popularity with Ghibli films, and mainstream films from animes like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen have done amazingly. The animations have gotten crazy good. Fight scenes are epic. CGI has gotten better, so anime is coming out even quicker, which is okay with me as long as CGI is not overdone. I honestly have no idea where anime will be in 10 years from now. It's estimated to grow and double by 2030, but I can't help but wonder if we will be getting more hit series or if we will be getting drowned under the mountain of basic ass isekais and reused plot lines. All in all though, anime is here to stay and has been through a lot over the years, and I hope it only gets better. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, comment on what you think of anime as a whole and where you think it's heading, and I'll see you guys again next time. Thanks for watching.